Hi, this is Goose, the producer of the RV Show USA, and you are in store for some great recorded content from the RV Show USA with your RV and Wingman, Alan Warren.
All right, your RV Wingman back with you, and Happy New Year to everybody. So as with different industries, you've got different industry publications. In the advertising agency business, as an example, there's Ad Week. It's like the Bible for agency folks wanting to stay on top of the trends in advertising. Well, it's the same way in the RV business with industry publications, and one of the biggies is called RV Daily Report. It's been around for a very long time, but a couple of years ago, its creator sold it. And speaking for myself, after he sold it, it was never quite the same. Still a nice publication, but something was missing. That something was RV Daily Report's creator, publisher, and editor. It was a person who envisioned it originally and brought that vision to reality. Last month, though, I read their lead story. I saw that RV Daily Report's creator, founder, the man who built it, was back. And so I was so excited. And what great news, I'm telling you, for RVers and for the RV industry. Let's bring up my friend, the owner of RV Daily Report, Greg Gerber. Happy New Year to you, Greg.
Happy New Year to you, too. It's great to be back.
Well, thank you. I'll bet it is. You got to be excited climbing back in the saddle again.
I am. I kind of feel a little bit lost. I've been out of the loop for the last 18 months, but I'm confident that by the end of January, I'll be back in full swing.
Yeah, you'll be back in full swing or 6 feet under, maybe, right? like drinking from a fire hose, I imagine.
It is indeed, especially when we've got the Tampa show coming up and a great big supplier wholesale show at the end of January as well. There's lots of activity going on this time of year.
So most of our listeners are not in the RV industry, but they are pretty much interested in what's going on. Give us a little bit of the backstory of when you guys started, why you did it, how it grew through the years, and then where you're going now. I don't want to spend too much time in the past, but because anyway, tell us about the past, present, and future, please.
Sure. I started with the industry in January 2000 as the editor-in-chief of RV Trade Digest. That was a publication that was a monthly magazine that went to RV dealers, manufacturers, suppliers, etc. There was no consumer involvement at all. As that magazine progressed and we became more digital age, I saw an opportunity to develop a website, but that publishing company wanted nothing to do with it. So I left there to launch RV Industry News right at the start of the Great Recession. Well, needless to say, it didn't last long either because of the economy. So in April of 2009, I decided to start my own publication, RV Daily Report, and make it the industry's first online-only emailed newsletter that goes out every single day. People told me I was crazy. There wasn't enough news in the RV industry to warrant a daily publication. I told them I'd prove them wrong, and believe it or not, within a couple of months after I started, every one of my magazine publishing competitors had their own daily online newsletter. So we did that for a number of years, but in April of 2014, I jumped into an RV and actually hit the road full-time as a journalist covering the industry for full-time on the road in my little motorhome. And that worked out to be a very good experience, but it kind of burned me out, and I decided to take a break, and an opportunity came up where some people wanted to take over the publication, and I arranged that to happen, and I left in July of 2017.
Let me back up for a second. Tell me, how did you get burned out? Honestly, how did you, without getting in, we only have about a minute or so, minute and a half until we got to go to break. Explain how you got, you're in the RV industry. You're now a full-time RVer. How did you get burned out about it?
Well, that's pretty easy. We had two publications, RV Daily Report, which was a daily report, and Let's RV, which was also a daily report targeting RV owners at the time. So I had two daily publications to produce, and I was moving every 5 to 7 days in the motorhome. So it was just a lot of work, a lot of activity, and it was way too busy, and I wasn't taking care of myself and getting the rest I needed. But that manifested itself into a stroke.
Really?
This year. Yes, and so I'm very glad to be back. That was kind of a wake-up call.
Well, we're glad to have you back. It's funny. It's like be careful what you wish for, right? Because sometimes So sometimes you get more than you wanted, that's for sure. So, when we come back from the break, I know that now that you are back in charge and the publication is yours again, Greg, you're expanding, which I think is so smart.
Yeah.
You're not just talking about the industry, but you're also having a side where the consumers are going to be interested in it. So you got a lot of stuff going on, don't you?
We do indeed, and I'll be happy to explain all of that. It's a great industry. There's a lot of opportunity out there and a lot of people looking for information. I mean, we got 500,000 new RV owners this year alone, plus in 2018, plus another 500,000 brand new RV owners in 2017.
And they are hungry for info. So, Greg, hang on. This is our short segment. We'll get back on track on the other side. We got Greg Gerber, the new and the original owner, publisher, and creator of RV Daily Report, on with us. Just ahead, like I said, big changes in RV Daily Report for 2019 that you, the RVer, will be very interested in. Be back right after this. Yeah, that's me, your RV wingman, and a big old shout out from the RV Show USA studios in San Antonio, Texas, to our friends over in Las Vegas at 670 AM. Talk you can trust. Glad to be a part of y'all's team. So one of my favorite resources for good, solid info to talk about here on the show is a publication called RV Daily Report. We have its owner, creator, publisher, and editor, and all-around everything, man, Greg Gerber, on with us. So, Greg, when we went to break, you took the publication back over. What is your why? Why did you take the publication back over? Did you miss RVing, and did you just have the itch again?
Well, there are a lot of wonderful people in this industry and in the lifestyle, and they all have stories they want to share. And that's where I see an opportunity for RV Daily Report, where a lot of publications just focus on the press releases and doing stories about the numbers and the products and things like that. But every business in this industry, there are stories behind it, whether it's the founder's passion or there's somebody who works there who has an interesting story to tell. And we want to get out there and share those stories with people. We also see an opportunity to delve into the consumer market. We've always had consumers subscribing to RV Daily Report, but our content really hasn't been focused on them. So Monday through Friday, we are going to focus on the industry primarily and do stories that are of interest to RV dealers, manufacturers, suppliers, campground owners, wholesale distributors, and the like. Come Saturday or Sunday, it'll be one weekend edition, we're going to have stories of interest to RV owners on the products they can use to enhance their lifestyle, where to go, the places to visit, where to stay, and other issues that they want to know, like how do you make money to finance a full-time RV lifestyle. Those are the kinds of things that we're going to focus on in the new and improved RV Daily Report.
And the cost is going to be, drum roll, please.
Free. double zero digits, yes.
Free, and everybody likes free. So talk to me about changes you have seen in the RV industry, in the RVer themselves over the last 2 years. Because I know that while you were not at RV Daily Report, you were watching and you kept an eye on the industry. How have you seen things change for the consumers?
For the consumers, I've seen a lot of change in the industry. I think the messages are finally getting through to the key decision makers in the industry that we need to work on some of the consumer pain points that have plagued the industry for a number of years. And I see a lot of those changes coming from these companies that are saying, aha, we have to do better at serving consumers and building better products. And so we want to bring those stories to life and let consumers know what the industry is doing to take care of them. As far as consumers are concerned, really, Alan, I've been out of the loop from them for a while. I've been focused on my daily or my industry podcast every week, and I'm looking forward to connecting with the consumers at the Tampa RV Super Show in a couple of weeks, where I'll get to bump into some of our readers and find out what they would like us to cover in the year ahead.
You know, social media over the last 2 years, at least from my perspective, has made it the consumer. It's a tool now. weapon is a bad word, but it equips the RVer with knowledge that was not available to them a couple of years ago. So publications like yours, RV Daily Report, will provide that valuable information to educate the consumer, to help them make those better decisions when it's time to pull out the checkbook.
Exactly. And one thing that we've done with RV Daily Report since I founded it is we have been an aggregator of the best content that's out there in the industry and on the market. So what we did is we found all the news we published all the news we could find every day about RV dealers, manufacturers, campground owners, and RV owners. And we compiled that into one publication and one website. So people don't have to scour through dozens of websites to find content that was new that day. We've got it, and we link to it in RV Daily Report. So we have our own original reporting that we're going to be doing, but we are also going to be aggregating and sharing some of the best content that we found on the internet with other people.
That is such good news. Good news for the RV consumer for sure, and for the industry. What kind of challenges do you see for the industry as a whole? I guess connecting with the consumer better, more education. What are your thoughts on that?
That helps a lot for sure, but the industry has continued to grow rapidly over the last couple of years. I brought in 500,000 new RV owners in 2018, on top of 500,000 new RV owners in 2017, on top of 500,000 new RV owners in 2016. All of these people are hungry for information. They're looking for the products. They're looking for the experiences that they can enjoy. And a lot of people dream of retiring and hitting the road full-time RVing, and we want to help them make that possible. And they just need to know the information. I know the industry gets cranked up a lot about new products that are introduced, and you see a lot of publications saying, hey, take a look at this new product. But with 1.5 million new RVers over the last 3 years coming into the market, we need to educate them, too, on these tried and true and proven products that everybody just loves because they work well.
Absolutely. Is there any opportunity for your readers to be able to, sound off in an editorial way, like an editorial section? Are you going to be doing anything like that?
Absolutely. We will be launching a letters to the editor section in our newsletter, and we've also turned comments back onto our website.
Awesome.
The guy who has redesigned our website has promised me that we're going to be able to keep the trolls and flamethrowers off and not ruin that experience for everybody. So we're turning the comments back on. People can comment to any story, but I'd be very interested in getting those letters to the editor about important issues that RV owners think that we need to address.
You know, we're going to give the address, tell people how they can get RV Daily Report in just a second, but I'm going to give you my take. There's a lot of people out there that are angry consumers that think that there are too many lemon RVs made out there, and they're angry at the industry. The industry, I believe, is not our enemy. We need the enemy, or the industry, and the industry needs us, and we need to learn how to work together. I think we have the industry's ear, and we're getting their attention. I think with publications like RV Daily Report, we can do nothing but benefit, so it's going to be good. How do people receive your publication, Greg?
They go to rvdailyreport.com. There's a subscribe link in the upper right-hand corner of our website, or they can email me at editor@rvdailyreport.com, and I can manually add them to the subscription. But email always works for sharing ideas and concerns and topics of interest, or wonderful stories that they've heard or they've experienced themselves and would like to share with other people.
Awesome.
I'd love to talk to any of those.
Well, we'll send people over there. Thank you. Got to hit a hard break. I appreciate it very much, and we'll get you back on again soon, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, Ellen. Happy New Year.
All right, same to you. RVDailyReport.com. I'll have a monologue right after this. Y'all hang on.